Show me that poop consistency.
Well, maybe it's
I wish my poop was that hard.
yeah. Oh man.
All right, joined today by a celebrity trail builder who is also a drainage expert. We're looking here at a drainage section that we just stumbled upon as we were going for a lovely hike here in the woods. What are we looking at?
We're looking at a random spring seep that's popped up and gushed groundwater out onto the trail, and people have decided to skirt the issue. Here's the
We got some
trail
props.
yeah, exactly. Here's the trail that we used to ride. This one here.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
wet, little rutted out.
And really like different consistency of dirt. It just kind of turned to poop. And people have changed their mind and they've gone high. So they've put in this little line up here, but it still crosses the seep and they've sunk into it. There's a lot of organic matter in here that's holding the water as well. And then I think some people have actually added some wood to step on. Thank you so much, but
It's got to go.
it's gotta go. It's actually the worst thing that you could do for any drainage problem.
Yeah. Like, why is there water pooling here?
Up above here, we've got a lot of development and rivers just get buried. And you've got infrastructure underneath that ages and leaks.
So it's
And-
coming out of this slope, is
and
what you're
it's-
saying?
And it's heading down to the river. It's just doing its thing.
It's going down here and it's going down. What are you recommending that the builder does here?
Well, I happen to know the builder, and the builder actually wanted the original line to go that way. But
Yes, he did.
riders decided they would just straight pipe the trail here. And it's pretty straight. It's kind of boring. It
It's
doesn't
straight
need to
as an
be like
arrow.
that. The builder may want to make some lemonade out of these lemons and put the trail back where it should be.
So establish the old line,
Yeah,
re-establish the old line.
as the new line.
And then what would the builder would need to do something with the old line or the old new line, the new old line. I don't
It's getting
know.
very complicated.
Yeah.
And then somehow there's got to be a creative closure here that's going to maintain the drainage that they should probably create here, which is just going to be a nice smooth gradient coming all the way out here.
So we want the water to go the path of least resistance, which is the way it wants to go as well. So we're going to recommend to the builder, yeah, that it follows the blue webbing. Oh, look, a rider. Here they come. Jubers off the trail. How's it going, guys?
Great.
Look at that. They used both lines.
All good.
All right. So look at that. And the water's actually taking the path down the hill exactly where it wants to go. They basically just finished the build. Maybe that was the builder.
Nice. Nicely done. Look, yeah, it's still going.
So if you wanted to close off this section, what would you recommend using? Would you just put some leaves on there, or would you go more aggressive and put something substantial like a rock or a log?
Oh, I think you set me up there. I'm going to go rock or a log. You got to put something there that people can't easily move. Now, one other thing.
Oh, there's more.
Well, I'm just saying, if you were to come across this type of situation on a trail and you didn't have any tools,
Yes. You got a hack for us? Is there a no-tool hack?
at the very least, instead of putting wood into there, you can turn your boot into a trail building tool.
Whoa.
And just like a little kid, you make little rivers,
Look at that. Follow the water.
and at least you get the water out of there, so it's not going to get any deeper.
Right.
In the meantime.
Because everybody's going to keep riding through it as we just saw those kids ride through. And it's just going to get deeper every single time. All right. So
Help me out,
the
Jubers.
only tool you need for trail building maybe is just a boot.
Now, if I was more enterprising, I could just grab a stick and do this. Probably even better.
No, it's fine. Look at that. It's working.
It's working. It's coming.
Look at that water go. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go continue our hike. We're gonna make some recommendations to the builder. We'll come back maybe in a few days and see if the situation's been changed. All right, we got some riders in here who are gonna show us the new line. Oh, look at that. It's having fun. Yes. So we're back at the same site where we were, what was it, a couple days ago? And we made some suggestions. We made some recommendations. And it would appear, if you look at this, that the builder listened with great accuracy. We've got a completely different looking spot from a drainage perspective.
Agreed.
Why don't you walk us through it? What are we looking at here?
You might remember that the old line
Yeah.
straight through here. If I was following the old line, I would encounter this beautiful obstacle.
That
which
is
substantial. It's not going anywhere. It's quite scenic. The alternate line that was created that people are quite able to ride.
Yes.
Over here. And now we have a nice smooth roll through
Yeah.
a drainage that has no parallel ruts.
So how is this drainage? Can you walk me through, because this just looks like maybe to a lot of people just a dip in the ground. How is this going to drain water?
All right, so usually you just have water coming up from above in a sheet flow. So it's just coming down in a line. And when it gets pinched, it converges. So we've got a convergence here into a bit of a tub.
Yeah.
And then the water wants to go as a group in one direction, and before it was pooling, so the builder's taking care of that and dug what might seem like a really big scallop. But this builder knows that if you make it wide instead of a boot width,
Yes.
it's going to last for quite some time. You're not going to have to come back and clean it out every week.
Because the boot width will get choked with organic matter, a stick, leaves, that sort of thing?
Everything. Got a nice gradient, smooth gradient all the way down here.
Yeah.
The water really shouldn't have a chance to pool.
And I have to say, it's actually kind of pretty having this gap underneath it, because usually logs are just lying on the ground. But this, I don't know, it gives a bit of an airy feel.
It's functional.
Oh, look at that. It's only had a cuppa. So like, how important is drainage considerations when you're building a trail?
Think about how much time your trail system is not rideable because it's wet. And if you have a drainage problem on a trail, it's just going to lengthen that time, or at least lengthen the time that you have to come home and wash your bike.
Also, when water pools on the trail and then people come and ride on it, it starts creating ruts, but then create puddles, which then create areas that people want to ride around. So then the trail gets wider. So there's actually like an environmental concern as well.
Yeah, so aiming to keep the water off the trail is, I think it's pretty key. You get to ride instead of having to like obsess about drainage issues.
You speaking from experience?
And a well-chosen line choice can often solve them, but other times it's brute force.
There's a little 411 on drainage. Hope you learned something. If you have battled drainage and won, tell us about it in the comments. If you have a better solution for drainage, tell us about that in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you in the comments and see you on the trail.